Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. Where we last left off, we had science. We had achieved great things with the science, and now we are going to use said science. I know it's been a few days, but we're gonna forget about that and continue our adventure. So, we need to plan for the future, I suppose, here, with this initial science spending. We could go aviation, which could confirm us mild amounts of science via being able to fly around Kerbal. Flight control would not really give us a whole lot right now. Basic science, once again, would not really get us a whole lot right now, with the exception of the thermometer. I'm not sure how much good that will do us, but that also would give us the ability to make a satellite, which might be very interesting. But then we have advanced rocketry. And this will allow us to do more advanced things, such as orbit. And orbit is mucho bueno, mucho bueno. So, I think we're going to go for advanced rocketry. This will lead us to heavy rocketry, which will give us some bigger stuff. Propulsion systems, which will give us some smaller fuel tanks. And then fuel systems, which gives us much better fuel tanks, as well as fuel ducts, which is nice. Science archives. What have we not done? We didn't end up actually doing the lower atmosphere stuff, did we? We didn't. So maybe in space low, while in space near Kerbal, that's what we just did, flying low while flying Kerbal. We haven't done lower atmosphere though. Oh, I know. Here's upper atmosphere while flying at Kerbal. I'm not sure what the difference is. I suppose, however, actually, we can go ahead and click off some of these contracts. Wow, we have a lot of money. Discard. We got some science from that mission. Discard, 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 discard. We have a lot of reputation as well. What can we do with that reputation? We can do many things with it. Unpaid research program. Takes percentage of 5 reputation gains and yields 1 science for each 2,555 reputation gained. And we can do a lot more. I see. So we could start with... I kind of want to do this one, because that's what we really need right now, is science. There's public relations, which increases our funds, and these increase our recovery rate and stuff like that. Outsourced R&D. We're going to use the research. So 1 science for each 2.25 reputation. Yes. Alright. I hope that will do us some good. That should increase our science output as we proceed on to do bigger and better things. Actually, before we go into building any sort of new rockets with our new systems, let's go into mission control here. Okay, we have much more interesting... Orbit Kerbal is the big one, and if we accept this, we gotta do it. In one go, basically. And I don't know if we're ready for it yet. It gives us a good amount of stuff, though. Rockamax branded coupler and flight over Kerbal. Oh, and this gives us stuff for completing objectives. I see. Test the radio decoupler at the launch site at Kerbal. I'm curious. I'm gonna do a test real quick. We are gonna test something very quickly. So let's just I guess we'll just do pretty much any old thing. Let's I guess get us a Mark 1 command pod here. Put a tiny fuel tank on it, and our mission is for this one, radio decoupler. And we'll put it there. So now if I go to launch. My objective. Launch site Kerbal. So if I... Aha! Alright. So now we can just recover this. Okay, it seemed like an easy little mission complete there. We pretty well got everything back. Alright then, that was... I guess there's all these sorts of little missions you can do. Visual surveys. Take a crew report below 1,750 meters zone, near zone 66ZX. Don't know where that is. So I think before we test orbit, we need to test out our new rocket systems is going to be the key here. I think that's something we should invest in doing. So, we don't need this anymore. Don't need that. We are going to start off with our... Ensure survival in some of the worst conditions possible. Extra reinforcement, slightly increase the weight. We're going to start with our good old Mark 1 command pod. And we're going to add on one of these fuel tanks. And one of these liquid Terrier engines. The tiny ones. And this is hopefully going to get us enough to go orbital. Maybe. I don't know. So now let's try something else. We have radial... Well, first off, can't forget safety. We got to try out a parachute. Aerodynamics, I guess we'll do some of that. We need a decoupler, there we go. And then we're going to add more fuel tanks. I'm thinking 3. Maybe 4. Let's do 4. And we want the swivel engine. Okay. Now, do we need any sort of enhanced stabilization? Because I think this might do what we want it to do, but do we need anything fancy to go along with it? You know what we could do is we could try to add some science to it, because of course that is what we need is science. And we could just go for a very far journey initially here. So I'm thinking that's what we want to do. Let's add another decoupler. If we can find the decouplers, please, thank you. For that, oh wait, no, we don't want to do that first. We want to go ahead and, whoops, add our science bobs. Bank. Bank. Boom. Now add that. Now add that. And are we going to need to add boosters now? It's going to cost us 7 grand. I don't know if we're going to need to add boosters. You know what we could do? We could just go for a test run, because why not? You're not going to achieve anything without testing, so what are we going to call this? It's a pretty straightforward rocket, really. Nothing really all too complicated for it. So, actually I need to do a little bit of readjusting here. Primary engine. Oh, I got all these decouples mixed up. Launch this decoupler. And we're going to launch that decoupler. There we go, okay. What should we call it? We are going to call it the, I'm thinking. What was the first class of the USS Enterprise? What was that class called? I don't remember. We're gonna just call it Constitution Mark 1, because I know that was a starship class. I may have spelled that wrong, but frankly, I don't care. Alright, we're gonna try this out. This may end well, this may end poorly. Because we are using the swivel engine, we should not need any exterior source of balancing. I suppose we're ready for liftoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leroy! It's very, 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 very slow. We may have needed to use some boosters. That is debatable. However, we are still gaining speed. And as we go into the thinner part of the atmosphere, we will gain even more speed. Alright, now we're picking it up. 50 meters per second. Actually, I'm gonna test something. No, useless. Reset experiment. Did we do goo at this level? Reset experiment. Did we do crew at this level? Reset experiment. Continuing to gain speed. Wow, we really need some boosters. This is not near good enough to get us anywhere close to space. We are approaching half levels of liquid fuel and are still in the first notch of the atmosphere. We're definitely going to need to throw some boosters on this thing. This is unacceptable. But we are going to try to salvage anything we can out of this venture. Now we're picking up speed. There we go. Okay, but maybe this is not all. Maybe not all is lost. We're gonna, once we pass halfway point, we're gonna drop our throttle to conserve fuel. Past the halfway point. Actually, we're passing through the thick part of the atmosphere now. Actually, we already did. We are now in the thinner part of the atmosphere, dropping throttle. Point where we're still gaining speed, but at a very slow rate. Conserving as much. We might actually achieve orbit here. We might have the ability. We are going to enter space. That is already pretty well confirmed. We're slowing... No, we're still gaining speed. 30 meters per second. As we approach the last notch of the atmosphere. Fuel levels are running critically low, so we are going to cut engines. And just check stuff. Nope, useless. Check stuff. Useless. As we are approaching very quickly, we are at 50,000 feet. Meters, sorry, definitely not feet. If we were 50,000 feet, we'd be much, much closer to the ground. And we are approaching space at a very nice rate as we are approaching the edge of the atmosphere. I may have to... We're going to engage engines. One little final burn to get us propelled into the atmosphere, and then we're going to cut them. Conserve any fuel we can. Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay, it has not used that fuel yet. One last burst because we're going to run out. And hopefully that's enough. It is going to be enough. And we have achieved space once again on our second attempt. We are very quickly approaching the apoapsis. So we are going to disengage that. And hopefully this will be enough to achieve us orbit. Would that not just be dandy, right? So we're going to roll over onto, as we approach the apoapsis here. We're going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a burn. What's our fuel situation going to be like? It's gonna drain pretty quick. However, we are expanding at a very quick rate as well. We're going to continue. One thing I just realized is I did not start leaning over near quick enough to achieve orbit, so we might not get orbital here. However, there is a very slight possibility that we might. We're going to utilize our warp speed. This is the first time we've ever actually had to use warp speed. As we approach the apoapsis. We're going to roll over even more to try to get us in orbit around Kerman. We're about 3/4 current fuel levels remaining. We might just do it. Oh, it's debatable. Approaching the apoapsis. We don't want to pass it. If we pass the apoapsis, we're in trouble. Half fuel remaining. It does not... It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I'm gonna try still. There's no point in not trying. Let's see. Crew report. Same old, same old. Same old, same old. Everything's pretty well the same. Oh? Oh, we might! Alright, we're gonna wait till we approach the apoapsis to really give us the maximum amount of, essentially, fuel efficiency as we can here. Approaching it once again, using a little bit more warp. Bring us all the way over. And this is probably gonna be our last burn. Can we pull it off? Can we achieve orbit? In Kerbal Space Program. Oh, we might do it. We might pull it off. Oh, but we also have to worry about having enough fuel to get back into atmosphere. I'm gonna cut engines. Oh no, we've made it. Current fuel levels, check. Gotta cut the engines. We're so close. Oh no! Have we done it? It's not enough to call it orbit. Darn it! We can't do it. We have too little fuel. I need to literally use the last bit of fuel we have remaining in a last ditch effort to get Jebediah back to Kerman. I won't be able to do it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Actually, I don't even think I need to use fuel right now. I'm pretty sure my current approach will get me there anyway. Well, darn, we were close. If we want to achieve orbit, I don't think we're going to be able to bring the Science Junior along with us. I think that might be weighing us down a little much. So we're going to have to do some readjusting here. Hopefully we'll break the speed record, though, as we come in, because we're currently orbiting at 2,126 meters per second. So we should, in essence, as we start coming down, break our speed record. Which will give us something, but we haven't really gathered all too much information here. So let's go ahead, as we've already passed the highest point, scrounge any info... Ooh! Ooh! Woo! Keep data. Wait. Have I achieved a height in which I am getting more science? In that one I have. Okay, so we need to, in order for us to get in further with the crew report, we need to get further away from Kerman. We need to go higher, essentially. So that's useless to us at this point, so we'll reset that. But we did get some science there. We managed to gather us 25 science, which is not bad. Oops, we want to keep data. So 25 science will, I don't think that will get us anything, but it's not bad. Actually, if we, depends on where we land, we might actually be able to get some science from Jebediah just over a different, I guess, biome, you could say. So what we are going to do here is to ensure that we can get Jebediah safely home. We're going to use our last minuscule bit of fuel in an effort to close our orbit. Too much. Too much. How much fuel do we have? Oh, we still have a little more. Actually, what I might end up doing here is so I can get a little bit closer to the bright side of Kerman currently. I'm going to burn a little bit. Little bit. Yep, right there. Perfect. We're good. It shows it makes it all the way around. But we will definitely, we will skim the atmosphere getting stuck in it. So we're not going, we are confirmed going back into Kerban atmosphere. Eventually. And by the looks, we're taking this whole shebang with us. Nope, we're not. We are going to go ahead and dump this. We no longer need fuel. Oh. Wait, what happened? Why did my periapsis expand? Jebediah may never make it home. We're gonna go ahead. I hope I get caught in the atmosphere. I'm pretty much bound to. So we are going to increase our speed as we come around. I don't think we made it into orbit. I don't think you can call this orbit. Let's see, what is this? Oh, it just shows us who is who and what is he doing and why. I guess that means we're in space, because I've never gotten those little pop-ups before. Oh, okay. We have been caught in the atmosphere. We are confirmed going back down to Kerbal. We do not have to worry about getting stuck there anymore. Goose seems to have jumped into a sphere. Also it seems to have become brittle while in space near Kerbal. I guess we'll keep that data. I don't think we're gonna get anything else out of this. Okay, yeah, we're definitely getting caught in the atmosphere. We're not gonna be coming out of this, I don't think. I certainly hope not. We are getting speed, which may lead us to setting our speed record, hopefully. That's pretty much the only thing we're really gonna get out of this as far as contracts go. So let's time warp ahead as we continue our descent towards the planet's surface. Jebediah, how was Jebediah? Jebediah is very excited. We almost... Okay, yeah, now you can really see our periapsis is gone. We're no longer in any sort of orbit around Kerbal. And because we are going through the atmosphere, and it is dragging us, you can see our apoapsis coming around to meet us to a point where we are not going anywhere, essentially. We are stuck in the Kerbal sphere. We are going to come out of warp as we come back down, because I don't want anything bad to happen, because warp tends to freak things out a little bit if you're not careful. So we do have to be careful with that. 23,000 meters and falling. Oh no. Oh, we are beginning to see overheating effects. Oh, come on, pass through. Pass through. If we lose this stuff, we're in trouble. Oh no. Oh no. This is terrible news. Come on, hang on, guys. Jebediah, look at Jebediah right now. Jebediah is so incredibly content. He's like, I am in my peaceful area. I don't know why I turned Indian, but you know, whatever. Jebediah is very content with himself right now. He's like, I don't give a crap at this point. I'm going home. All is well. I am not completely lit on fire. You were, and now he's excited. I guess while he was coming through there, he just really, honestly, could not care. Alright, so everything's glowing from the massive amount of heat. Review data. I'm curious to see if I'll get anything else from this. I'd rather stick with the confirmed science. Okay, hopefully this stuff should cool down. As we are at 8,000 feet and falling, so we're gonna spin ourselves around. Oh, I guess the parachute will do that for us. Oh, there we go. 6,500 feet. 400, 300, 200, 100. 5,000. Actually, we just passed 6,000. 5,000 feet. And stand by for parachute deployment. As we're coming down a little bit faster than normal, because we were so high up. I think I was actually might have been the highest we've gone. Did we beat that record? No, we didn't. We did not go faster than 2,500 meters per second. That's unfortunate. I was hoping we were going to. Our parachute's slowing us down nicely. Parachute seems to be deploying a little early. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, hit something excessively hard. I can't see anything. Oh, we are... Oh, so here's the ground. We are far above sea level, so we are going to land on ground. Where, I do not know. Okay, here we go. Oh! No! No! We should have bought the landing struts! Oh. Keep data. Gosh darn it! We landed on a hill and our science junior exploded. Oh, that is terrible news. However, Jebediah, space let go. There we go. We can receive a EVA report, which it's not going to make up for the 25 science we lost. But you know, at least it's something. Wow. Well, shit about the landing struts. We would have 7.5 science earned. We should have earned 30.2 or something like that. I don't even know. Well, phooey. Oh well, we live and we learn, I suppose. We definitely need to put landing struts on things. But that is going to do it for this episode of Kerbal Space Program. Hope you guys have enjoyed my unfortunate failures. And we will try to improve on, I guess, orbital flight as well as maintaining our Science Juniors' its structural integrity on the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.